Hi all, good afternoon to all of you. Okay, today we're going to learn. We already in week 7 now. So our topic for today is foreign direct investment or FDI. Okay, before we start, I just want to inform you guys. This is week 7, means next week we're going to have a midterm break. So for 1 week you don't have class. So a week after that we're going to resume back as usual. So we're going to start our week 8. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so what is foreign direct investment or FDI? So what is actually FDI? Okay, FDI is occurs when a firm invests directly in the new facility to produce and or market in the foreign country. So once a firm undertake their FDI, it's become a multinational enterprise. So once you already have this FDI, foreign direct investment, you actually become a multinational enterprise. So in the other words, okay, FDI is actually investment that you made, okay, the investment that made by one company into another located in one company into another located in other country. So if you have investment in other country, okay, other country than your own country, so that investment we call as a foreign direct investment, so FDI. So normally FDI, they come from two form. Okay, they have two form of FDI. We have a greenfield investment and also acquisition or merging. Okay, there is two types of foreign direct investment FDI. We have a greenfield and also we have the acquisition or merging. So what is greenfield investment? So greenfield investment is actually the establishment of a wholly new operation in a foreign country. Means that you have like it's one of the type of FDI in which the means your company, okay, you you have another, means you open a new company in other country, in different countries. So that's a greenfield investment. Then we have acquisition and merging. So acquisition and merging is with an existing firm of the foreign company, whether you want to merge or you want to do an acquisition with that country, the country that already exists in the foreign country. Okay, it's one of the transaction of the in the which of ownership of the company. So other business and organization, they're going to operate or transfer with another entity. Means that merging, right? You merge or you have another you collaborate with the existing companies, existing organization that already exists in the foreign country, means outside Malaysia, if you're in Malaysia. Okay, there are two ways to look at FDI. Okay, FDI, they have two ways how you want to look the foreign direct investment, okay, in the economy. So we have a flow and we have a stock. By the flow of the FDI and by the stock after FDI. So flow, we have two types of flow, okay, outflows and also inflows. So flow of the FDI is the amount of FDI and taken over a given time period, and normally they have two types of flow. We have a outflow of FDI. There are the flows. Okay, you learn account, right? You know what is flow means. Okay, duit keluar, duit masuk. Okay, the flow of the FDI out of a country, and also inflow is the flow of FDI into a country. It's like export import, but in the investment, in the money term. Okay, so then we have the stock of FDI. Okay, stock of FDI is a total accumulated value of foreign owned asset at the given time. Means the stock maksudnya the value of the asset that they have, the total value of the foreign owned asset that they have. Okay, so normally they will see they have two method how you want to look the FDI of the country, the flow and also the stock. Okay, flow means the money out and the money in. Okay, outflow and inflow, and we have the stock refer to the total asset that you have, the total the total asset, accumulated asset that you have at the foreign owned company. Foreign owned, I mean at the foreign country. Okay. Okay, next we move to the direction of FDI. So historically, they said that the FDI have been directed at the developed nation of the world, with the United States being the favorite target. So this FDI normally their favorite target is United States. Okay, that's why United States their economy like quite strong. So FDI the inflows. Okay, inflows. What is the inflows mean just now? Inflows to the flow of FDI into a country. So the FDI, the inflow have remained high during the early 2000s for the US and also the EU, the European Union. So this country, they have high inflows money, means there's a lot of flow coming to their country. And Southeast and also Southern East Asia, include Malaysia, okay, and particularly in China, are now seen to increase the of FDI inflows. Okay, Southeast and also Southeast Asia and also part of the China, they already have increased this in the FDI inflow. And the Latin America also emerging as an important region for FDI. All right. Okay, then we have a gross fixed capital formation. Okay, the gross fixed capital, you already learn in account, right? The fixed capital. Apa dia fixed capital? Okay, fixed capital is include the total amount of your capital of your that you invest in the business. Okay, fixed means fixed, tetap, asset tetap. Okay, it's include the factories, stores, office building, and so on lah. So all else being equal, the greater the capital investment in the economy, the more favorable future prospect are likely to be. Means if you invest more capital in the economy, you will have the more prospect in the future. So FDI, they can be seen as an important sources of capital investment and a determinant of the future growth rate of the economy. So with this FDI, it's actually one of the measurement of your economy in future. Okay, so FDI, you can see very important source of the economy investment. Okay, that's why this FDI means whether the country develop or not, is it based on their foreign direct investment. How many people that inflow in their country? Okay, this sums of the a bit history. Okay, one of the history, they said since World War II, the United States have been the largest sources country for foreign direct investment. So other important sources country such as United Kingdom, Netherlands, France, Germany, and also Japan. And this country also predominate in the ranking of the world's largest multinational. Okay, this country, semua the world largest multinational company comes from all this country. So you can see how important FDI is. Okay, this is like example. I mean, this is the graph that you can see. The United States, I mean the cumulative FDI outflow, okay, in billions. Okay, you can see the highest one is US. Okay, then we have United Kingdom, we have France, Germany, Netherlands, and Japan. Okay, they are the I can say the penyumbang. What is penyumbang in English? Penyumbang lah to the FDI. Okay, we already learned the types of FDI. We have a greenfield, also merger and acquisition, right? So next we go to the merger and acquisition. So most of the cross-border investment involve the merger and acquisition rather than greenfield investment. Normally most of the foreign punya investment, cross-border foreign investment, they involve the merger and acquisition. Means they are cooperate or merge with other company or other company that already exist in that country. Okay, rather than greenfield. You go greenfield, you just go and open a new company in another country. Okay, so why the company thinks the acquisition are attractive? Okay, they think that, okay, this one important. They are quicker to execute than greenfield investment, because you just collaborate with the existing company, so they are more quicker. All right, It is easier and less risky for a firm to acquire desired asset than build them from the ground out. Mean you just merge with other company that already exist. So it's easier and it's also less risky because you're not going to, like, if you have any loss, both of you going to share. Okay, is it more easier compared to you build the company from down? Okay, from the start. Alright, the firm believe that they can increase the efficiency of the acquired unit by transferring capital, technology, or management skills. So both country or both organization, okay, they can transfer the capital among each other. They can transfer their technology, and they can transfer their workers to the company, to other company that they already merged and also acquisition. Okay, let's proceed. Why do firms prefer FDI to either exporting, producing goods at home and then shipping them to the receiving country, or licensing, granting a foreign entity the right to procedure and sell the firm foreign return for a royalty fee on every unit that the foreign entity sells? Okay, to answer this question, we need to look at limitation of exporting and also limitation of licensing. Okay, and we need to see what is the advantage of the foreign direct investment. We're going to discuss about it later. Limitation, why people they prefer FDI, exporting and also licensing, because they have a limitation in the exporting and also licensing, and also there's a few advantage that we're going to discuss. I will explain to you. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, we have a limitation as exporting. What is exporting? You know what is export. What is export? You bring your product out. That is our export, right? So limitation of export by, and it's actually an exporting strategy can be can be limited by transportation cost and also trade barrier. Okay, when you go export your country, you're going to limited normally by the transportation cost must be very high. Okay, when the transportation costs are high, exporting can be unprofitable. You think that export something that you can gain profit, but the transportation itself, like maybe double than the things that you want to sell. So you must bear the very high cost of the transportation. So your export activity, it can be like your loss for you. It's actually your loss for you. And foreign direct investment may be a response to actual or threatened trade barrier such as import tariff or quota. So this FDI may be a response to actually the threatened. You have the FDI, it becomes the trade barrier, because of if you do the FDI, you're going to have this trade barrier. What is trade barrier? I already tell you, it's actually the restriction made by the government. It's include the import tariff or the quotas. This is a limitation of exporting. Now we have a limitation of licensing. Then in limitation of licensing, they have three major drawbacks. This one also important. What is drawbacks? Drawbacks is disadvantage lah. So the three major drawbacks of the limitation of licensing is, number one, it may result in the firm giving away valuable technology know-how to a potential foreign competitors. One of the licensing tu dia macam you bagi license pada orang lain. Apa you punya produk, contohnya produk you dapat, you have your own product, and you give authority untuk orang lain untuk jual produk you. So dalam there's a disadvantage of this licensing. You actually later maybe you actually giving away your valuable technology to your foreign competitors. It does not give a firm the tight control over the manufacturing, marketing, and also strategy in the foreign country that may be required to maximize its profitability. You not give a firm, you don't get the control. You not get the control over the manufacturing, marketing strategy, and also in the foreign country. You tak dapat control everything, and actually that the one is maybe that give you the high profit. So because of you merge, okay, you merge with someone in other country, so of course the people contohnya you collaborate dengan Singapore, so of course Singapore akan conquer everything, and you not get that maximize profitability. Actually that kind of marketing, manufacturing tu semua, you are the one who's supposed to do. Okay, this is a second disadvantage. Now the last one, it may be difficult if the firm competitive advantage is not amenable to licensing. Okay, if the firm they don't have the competitive advantage, they don't what we call, okay, it's very difficult for you if if that country they're not responsive to licensing, they don't like licensing. Okay, so it's become a problem. Alright, next. Okay, what is the advantages of FDI? So the advantage of FDI, okay, a firm favor FDI over exportation when transportation costs are high. Okay, advantage is transportation are high and trade barrier also high. So the firm will favor, okay, the advantage of the FDI, the advantage of the FDI is it wants control over the technology, know-how, it wants over the operation and business strategy. The firm capabilities are not amenable to licensing. Okay, same. Okay, another advantage of FDI. Okay, I want to write. Wait. Okay, this is the advantage of FDI. Okay, increase employment and economy growth. This is N. It is N. Okay, HR development for the human resource development, for provision of finance and technology, increase in export, and also improve capital flow. Okay, so memorize all of these advantages of FDI. Okay, now we move to the pattern of FDI. So it is there's two common what we call, it is common for firms to have the same industry. So there are two pattern of FDI. We have a strategic behavior, okay, strategic behavior, and also product life cycle. Okay, strategic behavior and product life cycle. Okay, we go one by one. Okay, the pattern of FDI. Okay, we have strategic behavior, we have product life cycle, we have eclectic paradigm, and also we have a political ideology. No, only three. Okay, we have strategic behavior, product life cycle dengan eclectic paradigm. Okay, so we go first, strategic behavior. This one you just like explain simple one only. Okay, just not like too long. Okay, you can see one of the scholar, Knickerbocker, they explore the relationship between FDI and also FDI and rivalry. Okay, in oligopolistic industry composed of a limited number of large firms. You already learned about oligopoly. Okay, they say that FDI flows are reflection of strategic rivalry between firms in the global market. So this rivalry, this means like competitor. Okay, your competitor, your rival. Okay, competitor. Okay, this theory can be extended to embrace the concept of the multi-point competition. So when two or more enterprises encounter each other in the different regional market, national markets, or industry. So this is the first pattern, strategic behavior. Then we have a product life cycle. I think you guys know what is product life cycle. Okay, the firms invest in other advanced country when local demand in those countries go large enough to support local production. So the firm then they shift the production to the lower cost developing country when product standardization and market saturation give rise to price competitors and also cost pressure. Okay, you just need to explain what is actually strategic behavior, what is actually product life cycle. Okay, then we have eclectic paradigm. It is a addition of the various factors discussed earlier. There's two additional factors must be considered when explaining both of the rationale for the direction of the foreign direct investment. Okay, inward inflow outflow. We have a location of specific advantage and also externalities. Okay. Okay, this is the explanation. Okay, location specific advantage that arise from using resources, endowments, or assets that are tied to a particular location, and that the firm finds valuable to combine with its own unique asset, and also the knowledge. Okay, externalities is the knowledge spillovers that occur when the company in the same industry locate at the same area. So this is externality, same industry locate in the same area. Okay. Okay, I will just skip the slide that I don't think important. Okay, so we're not going to drag so long. Okay, next we go. What is the benefit of and cost of foreign direct investment? So, the benefit and cost of foreign direct investment must be explored. They must be explored from the perspective of both host and also home country. Okay, what is a host? What is home country? Okay, a host country is country where the company that is based in another country. Okay, they have business in other country, so we got that is host. Okay, host country. Macam you buat sukan, you adalah host. Maksudnya you are the one who invite other people to join your event. Okay, you are host. Then we have home country. The origin of the organization. Where is the organization established? Okay, the first one, the HQ tu dekat mana? Okay. Okay, normally there's four benefit of inward. Okay, this one for inward FDI for the host country. Okay, inward FDI for the host country. I already told you as inward, right? So no need to explain again. So the main benefit is the resources transfer effect, the employment effect, the balance of the payments effect, and the effect of the competition and so economic growth. So the resources transfer effect. So FDI, they can bring capital, technology, and also management resources that would otherwise not is available. If you do this FDI, they actually they transfer the resources can be transferred. Okay, you can transfer all the sources that you have that maybe the other country they do not available with that sources. Okay, then we have the employment effect. This is host country, yeah. Okay, employment effect. So FDI, they can bring jobs that would otherwise cannot be created there. So if you do the FDI, you actually create a job opportunity for the country, okay, for the people in that country. Okay, next we have balance of payment effect. Means the country balance of payment account is record of a country's payment to and receipt from other country. So you are going to like you have the record in the country's payment and the receipt from the other country. Okay, so the current account is record of the country export and import of the goods and services, and the current account surplus is usually favor over deficit. So FDI can help to achieve the current account surplus. Surplus ni lebihan extra. Okay, if the FDI is substitute for input and goods and services, or if FDI uses the foreign subsidiary to export goods and services to other country. So this is balance payment effect. Okay, hafal yang ni je lah. Okay. Then for the benefit for the host country, we have the effect of the competition and also economic growth. Okay, so FDI in the form of greenfield investment, I already told you what is a greenfield investment. If FDI they use the type of greenfield investment, they're going to increase the level of competition in the market. Okay, because you not merge. Okay, so you automatically you create the competition between the market. Okay, and if you join also, you drive down price. Okay, you maybe you will down the price, and also you improve the welfare of the consumer. Okay, and increased competition, they can be lead to maybe the increase of the productivity growth, maybe your own innovation of your product and services and process, and also greater economic growth. Okay, this is the effect of the competition and economic growth. Okay, just now host country benefit. Now host country cost. Okay, host country cost. So in the host country cost, there are three main costs that cost of an inward FDI. Okay, we have a possible inward adverse effect of FDI on competition within the host nation, adverse effect on the balance of payment, and also the perceived loss of a national sovereignty. I don't know how to pronounce this, and also autonomy. Okay. So first, adverse effect of competition. Okay, remember we have benefit, host country benefit, and the host country cost. Okay, the subsidiaries of the foreign MNEs. Okay, subsidiaries tu macam anak syarikat. Okay, the branches, the small company under that MNEs lah, may have a greater economic power than indigenous competitors because they may part of the larger international organisation. So the MNE, they could draw on fund generate elsewhere to subsidize costs in the local market, and also they doing so could allow the MNEs to drive indigenous competitors out of the market, and also they were going to create the monopoly. So what is a monopoly? You know what is monopoly, right? Only you that have, for example, the certain product, only you have that, and you don't have any competitors. Okay, because this is why the adverse effect, it can be that your subsidiaries, you punya anak syarikat, more powerful than you. Okay, so you have an MNEs, you should generate the fund, okay, to the local market. Alright, that's why kalau you have MNEs, of course you need to have a lot of money, and you need to invest a lot. Okay, then we have adverse effect on the balance of payment. So there are two ways to adverse effect of FDI on the host country balance of payment, with the initial capital inflow and also with the foreign subsidiary imports. Okay, next we have a national sovereignty and authority. So FDI can mean loss, okay, can mean some loss of the economic independence. Okay, sometimes FDI also will create a loss. Okay, so the key decision that can affect the host country's economy will be made by the foreign parents that has no real commitment to the host country, and over which the host country government has no real control. Okay, they are not controlling national sovereignty and autonomy. Okay, I know I also not really understand this. You can just make it simple lah. Key decision that can affect the host country, the economy, or the key decision, the main decision that can affect the host country, they are made by the foreign punya company. Okay, because this foreign company, they don't have commitment towards the host country, so the host country also, they cannot control this one. So all the decisions are made by the foreign country. Means all the main decision dia buat oleh anak-anak syarikat dia. Okay, mana orang yang ada, sebab dia tak ada power, dia tak ada, host country, they don't have real control the government, dia tak boleh control the government. Okay, so all the key decision, main decision made by the foreign parents punya country, foreign parents punya company. Okay, okay, now we proceed. Before this we have a home country benefit. Now before this we have host country benefit. Now we have home country benefit. So home country benefit, they have three benefit. Okay, balance of payment, what else, employment effect toward FDI, and also the current account suffers if the FDI have a substitute for direct export. Okay, employment effects that arise towards FDI, and also they have this one. Okay, the gains from learning valuable skill from foreign markets, that can subsequently be transferred back to the home country. Okay. But we go one by one. The most important concern of the home country centered around is first the balance of payment. So the balance of payment suffer from the initial capital outflow required to finance the FDI. So the current account is negatively affect the purpose of FDI, which is to serve the home market from the low cost production location. So they can be like they have a low cost production location, but you need to, because of this you are the one who going to bear the high cost production, which is supposed to be low. Okay, the current account, they are going to suffer if the FDI is substitute for direct export. Okay, then we have employment effect of outwards FDI. So if the home country is suffering from unemployment, they are be concerned about the export of job. So it can be like export of job can happen. Okay. Okay, the third one, this one lah. Okay. The third one, this one. Okay. The gain from the learning valuable skills from foreign market that can subsequently be transferred back to the home country. Okay, before we proceed, I want to give a code here. Code for the quiz this week. Okay. The code is IB FDI 0707. Okay, IB FDI 07. Okay, this is the code for this week. Okay, then we have government and government policy and also FDI. So FDI can be regulated by both home and also host country. So normally government can implement this policy whether they want to encourage FDI or discourage FDI. So this is how it works. Okay, they have a home country, so they have whether they want to encourage or they want to restrict or discourage the outward FDI. Okay, and they have the host country. This one is home country. Okay, this is host country, whether they want to encourage or they want to restrict outwards FDI. So we're going to see one by one. Okay, so encourage outward FDI in the home country first. Okay, so many nations now have a government-backed insurance. So normally government, if you have a company, I mean the big MNEs, government is behind you. Okay, they're going to give you insurance program to cover a major type of foreign investment risk. So this actually can encourage the firm to undertake the FDI in the politically unstable nation. If the nation is they have a political instability, so the government will give you the insurance program. Okay, means they can help you if you have a problem. Okay, many countries, they also eliminated double taxation of the foreign income. So they will give you what we call as a privilege. Okay, they're not going to have a lot of tax that you need to pay. So they're going to eliminate double tax, maybe just one tax for you. Okay, that many host nations have restricted inbound FDI. Okay, they're not really restrict. Maksudnya tak what we call they're not like, because it's what they want to encourage outward, right? So they're not going to give a restriction towards the inbound FDI, means that any investment that come inside. Okay, then they have restricting outward FDI. Just now we have encourage outward, now we have restricting outward, means they're going to disencourage. Okay, virtually all the investor countries, include the United States, they have exercised some control over outwards FDI from time to time. Okay, normally they will have this kind of control. Okay, so this country, they're going to manipulate the tax roll and make it more favorable for the firms to invest at home. So means that they would like you to invest inside the country first. Okay, so they're going to manipulate tax so that you are more favor to invest in your home country. Okay, so countries, they may restrict firms from investing in a certain nation for the political reason. So maybe they will restrict certain firm to invest in the certain nation because of the political reason. Okay, they have a politic. Everywhere you go, they have a politic going around. Okay, whether either you realize or not. Okay. Then we have, just now we have home. Then we have host country policies. They're going to encourage inwards. If host country, inwards. Kalau home country, outwards. Okay. So host country policy encourage inward FDI. So government, they are going to offer incentive to the foreign firm to invest in their country. Okay. Government, normally they will give incentive to the foreign firms to invest in the country. Means Malaysia government, dia akan bagi insentif pada company-company luar untuk invest dalam Malaysia. So why they going to do this? Because they're going to motivate by a desire to gain from the resources transfer and also employment effect of FDI, and to capture FDI away from the other potential host country. So they're going to actually attract other investor to come to Malaysia, and they do what we call FDI lah, investment in Malaysia. So actually this investment, this kind of encourage inwards FDI, they're going to give the great economy growth in Malaysia especially. Then they're going to restrict inwards FDI. So ownership, restraint and also performance requirement are used to restrict FDI. Normally they will do how they restrict this inward. They do the ownership restriction and also the performance requirement. So this ownership restraint, they include the foreign firms from certain sector on the grounds of the national security or competition. So if this ownership restraint is not include, okay, the foreign firms for the certain sector of the ground of national security and competition. So this local owner, they can help to maximize the resource transfer and also employment, the benefit of FDI. So they're going to like restrict. Tahu tak restrict tu? Dia macam apa restrict? Bukan menghalang. Dia macam if you want to enter, they will restrict you. They will give you a lot of syarat-syarat lah for you to enter. Okay. Then they have okay, from this restraint inward, they will focus on the local first. Okay. Sebab contohnya kalau terlalu banyak barang daripada China masuk, so orang akan beli barang pada China, orang tak beli barang Malaysia. So they restrict the ownership here. Okay. Then we have a performance requirement. For performance requirement, they used to maximize the benefit of and minimize the cost of FDI for the host country. So normally they have what we call they have a performance requirement in order for if you want to invest in Malaysia. Okay, a certain requirement. Okay, last but not least, what does the FDI mean for the international business? What does the FDI means to the international business? They said the theory of FDI as implication for the strategic behavior of firm and also the government policy of FDI can be important for international business. Okay. They say the theory of FDI, the location-specific advantage argument associated with the Dunning help explain the direction of FDI. However, internalization theory is needed to explain why firms prefer FDI to licensing or exporting. Because FDI, you just like you invest the money. Okay, invest. Okay, licensing and exporting is more to like, you know what is investment mean, right? You tak perlu ada product untuk you invest the money. Okay, you maybe put your money, you invest to the share ke apa ke. Okay, mungkin you have current asset ke. I think you know better than me because you learn account kan. Okay. So, however, internalization theory is needed to explain why firms prefer FDI to licensing or exporting. They said that exporting is favorable to licensing and FDI as long as transportation costs and trade barrier are low. Okay. As I told you just now, okay, if your transportation costs are high and they have the trade barrier is very high also, so it's very hard for you to get profit. Maybe if you join a business, you will get loss. Not get loss, get loss. I mean, rugi. Okay, you will loss in your business. Okay, so there's no point you do the business if like that, right? Okay. Licensing is, they say, unattractive when the firm proprietary property cannot properly protect by the licensing agreement. The firm needs to take control over the foreign entity in order to maximize its market and earning. Okay. Alright, I think that's all lah. Alright. Actually, if you know, this international business is not about the product that you sell. Actually, the relationship between the country. Macam you nak jual satu benda, okay, you go to macam you want to enter some country, you need visa for that. Same like the international business. Macam kita international business ni, if you want to sell the country, anything to the country, export, it's not like just export like that. They must follow the kita kena ada what we call tax lah, tariff lah, all that thing you kena bayar lebih. So that's why people nowadays they tend to buy just online. For example, Shopee, right? If you buy something from China also, the price is still cheap and you just need to pay the transportation. It's not transportation cost, it's just you need to pay the delivery cost only. So that's why people nowadays they tend to this international business, they move to the technology, I mean online platform. Because if you want to open the MNEs in other country, okay, you want to sell something or whatever, it's going to take you, the cost is really high because you kena ada physical punya office, all that things, right? So nowadays, okay, with the technology nowadays, you can do online business. Also, you can so-called as an international business, but in the different way. I mean, you can just like sell anything to oversee. They just need to bear the delivery cost. Okay, which is I think more cheap compared to you sell things. I mean the physical one. But it depends on the product also. Like because of China, their production cost all is low. Okay, so the price is quite cheap. But I don't know, for me like better you buy something cheap and attractive. Because I can see the things from China, they are cheap and some of them like attractive. For example, your casing, phone casing, you can easily find in Shopee and so on. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you, if anything that you can understand, you can message me, no problem. So happy holiday for all of you. That's all for me. Thank you. Bye bye.